to the house that Rodney built. Leahy turned into legacy. Parsegan renovated and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think that...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Stanford. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn.
Flying down the right side. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're in this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Quick completion to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's caught at the 45 on its way. The expressway is wide open. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30 plus. Using the quick game. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Stanford wants to push the pace. Looking to throw it again. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback were smaller, and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide.
Oh, look out. There he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on 3rd down. Got it looking for a first. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Stanford quickly to the line.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The give from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down. Stanford now has it in the red zone. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Reads it, fires complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hurtado. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. This should be the last play of the quarter. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Just a tremendous play to wrap up this 1st quarter for the offense. Boy, that'll give you some options as we start the 2nd. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Setting up the screen. Into the spin cycle and forward. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If we can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Might as well give it to him again. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Stanford wants to push the pace. Looking to throw on second down. Got his man quickly. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Off-play action on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's McNabb. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The offense in hurry-up mode. He's right on target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. They keep attacking through the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. Open space at the 25. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The give to the tailback. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This crowd knows when to bring it. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's got it on the run. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They're working that left side, and they swarm him under.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Going up top on 1st down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
1st down here for the offense. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Turns it on at midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets to give. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go to the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
And that is exactly what you want in your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Cincinnati. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Each corner is going to give them some space. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got the quick pass. Finally run out of of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want him to be physical.
These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pin.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Trying to find his man on first down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to pass it on second down. Looking deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still...
He's loose. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Stanford quickly to the line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessary.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Notre Dame! It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
And right down the middle. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
He's back to throw on second down. Dances away. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. To the ground with the back. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Here come the Irish, back on offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Surging forward on the sneak. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Here's the handoff. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. On second down, he'll let it fly. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Going to try to get it himself. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the red zone, looking for a man. Grabbed behind the line. It's Thomas. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Eastern Michigan is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed style of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over Bowling Green. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First down for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Stanford wants to push the pace. Power football with the run. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Quick release by the QB.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He's got an open man. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. He'll set up to throw. Scrambling away. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing.
Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be knocked down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Gets it out fast. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
First down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. That's just a simple hitch route. But because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Brings up third down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On 4th down, going to the air. On target over the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
It leads to second down.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab on the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Set to kick this one
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.